Imagine walking into your backyard and being greeted by a lush green wall instead of an ordinary wooden fence. A living barrier filled with vibrant foliage that not only creates privacy, but also muffles outside noise, traps dust, cools the surrounding air, and provides a welcoming habitat for birds, butterflies, bees, and countless other beneficial creatures. When people think about fast-growing privacy plants, bamboo is often the first option that comes to mind. While it certainly grows quickly, many bamboo species spread aggressively through underground rhizomes, making them difficult to control and even invasive in some locations. Thankfully, there are many excellent alternatives. A wide variety of trees and shrubs can establish living fences just as rapidly, while being much easier to manage in residential gardens. These natural screens provide year-round beauty, encourage pollinators, improve biodiversity, enrich the landscape, and create peaceful outdoor spaces. Let's discover 8 outstanding fast-growing plants that can transform your property into a beautiful living fence. 1. Privet. Privet has remained one of the most trusted hedge plants for generations, earning its place in gardens around the world through its reliability, rapid growth, and exceptional ability to create dense living barriers. For decades, homeowners have planted privet to define property boundaries, create secluded outdoor spaces, and establish attractive green hedges. Many historic estates still feature mature privet hedges that were planted many decades ago and continue to thrive today. One of the reasons privet has remained so popular is its impressive growth rate. Once the shrubs become established, many varieties are capable of producing 2 to 3 feet of new growth every year. This allows a newly planted row to quickly develop into a substantial privacy screen. Within only a few growing seasons, neighboring shrubs begin growing together, eventually forming one continuous wall of foliage. Another outstanding characteristic is the remarkable density of its growth. Privet naturally develops countless small branches covered with glossy, oval-shaped leaves. As the plants mature, their branches weave together while the foliage overlaps, producing a thick, nearly solid hedge. This dense structure makes privet highly effective for screening neighboring houses, busy roads, or any other unwanted views. Another feature gardeners appreciate is the plant's excellent response to pruning. Rather than weakening after trimming, privet usually becomes even fuller. Every pruning session stimulates additional branching, resulting in a hedge that grows denser year after year. Because of this, privet adapts beautifully to different landscaping styles. Some gardeners maintain perfectly clipped formal hedges with crisp lines and geometric shapes, while others prefer allowing the shrubs to develop a softer, more natural appearance. Both approaches produce attractive results. As privet continues to mature, it offers benefits beyond privacy alone. Its dense foliage helps reduce wind, softens outside noise, and creates a calmer, more sheltered outdoor environment. Privet is also remarkably adaptable. It tolerates many different soil types, including heavy clay, and performs reliably even in less than ideal growing conditions. It also handles urban pollution, dust, and changing weather better than many ornamental shrubs. Whether planted in city neighborhoods or rural landscapes, privet consistently proves itself to be dependable. The plant is equally flexible when it comes to sunlight. Although full sun encourages the fastest growth, privet also performs well in partial shade, making it suitable for planting beside walls, fences, and buildings. During late spring or early summer, many varieties produce clusters of fragrant white flowers that attract bees, butterflies, and other beneficial pollinators. Later in the season, dark berries often appear, providing food for birds and increasing the hedge's ecological value. With regular pruning and basic care, privet gradually becomes far more than a simple property boundary. Over time, it develops into a permanent living structure that grows denser, healthier, and more beautiful with each passing year. 2. Cherry laurel. For gardeners looking to establish a thick evergreen privacy hedge in the shortest possible time, cherry laurel is one of the finest options available. Its vigorous growth, glossy evergreen foliage, and dense branching have made it a favorite choice for creating year-round living screens. Once well established, cherry laurel commonly produces 2 to 3 feet of new growth every season. As neighboring shrubs expand, their branches naturally interlock, creating an impressive wall of greenery that offers outstanding privacy. One of the plant's most attractive features is its rich evergreen foliage. Large, shiny leaves remain vibrant throughout the year, reflecting sunlight beautifully while giving the hedge a lush, healthy appearance. The dense canopy effectively blocks unwanted views and creates a quiet, secluded atmosphere around homes and gardens. Cherry laurel is equally effective at reducing outside noise. Its thick, evergreen leaves absorb sound from nearby roads, neighboring properties, and other urban disturbances, helping create a noticeably quieter outdoor space. Spring adds another layer of beauty. Elegant spikes of small white flowers rise above the foliage, attracting bees, butterflies, and numerous beneficial pollinators. As summer progresses, these blossoms often develop into dark berries that provide valuable food for birds while adding seasonal interest. One of cherry laurel's greatest strengths is its adaptability. Unlike many vigorous hedging plants, it performs exceptionally well in partial shade and grows successfully beside walls, buildings, and fences where direct sunlight is limited. It also adapts readily to a wide variety of soils and climatic conditions, making it suitable for many different landscapes. Because of its vigorous growth and naturally dense habit, cherry laurel can establish a substantial privacy hedge within only a few years. As the hedge matures, it provides year-round protection from wind, unwanted views, and noise while maintaining its beautiful evergreen appearance. For gardeners seeking a reliable evergreen screen that combines rapid growth with durability and elegance, cherry laurel remains one of the most dependable choices available. 3. Willow. When speed is the highest priority, very few plants can compete with willow. Some willow species are capable of growing well over 6 feet in a single year, making them among the fastest-growing living fence plants available. What begins as a simple row of cuttings can quickly develop into a towering wall of lush greenery. The secret behind this remarkable growth lies beneath the soil. Willows develop extensive root systems that efficiently absorb moisture and nutrients, providing the constant supply of resources needed to fuel their rapid development. Because they naturally thrive in moist conditions, willows perform especially well near ponds, streams, drainage areas, or other locations where the soil remains consistently damp. For centuries, willow has been valued for far more than simple hedges. Across Europe, gardeners traditionally planted willow rods close together, before weaving them into living tunnels, domes, arches, and decorative fences. This ancient practice, known as living willow weaving, takes advantage of the plant's remarkable flexibility and its ability to root easily. Creating a willow fence is surprisingly straightforward. Fresh cuttings can simply be inserted into the ground in rows or decorative designs. Because willow roots so readily, many cuttings begin growing almost immediately after planting. Fresh shoots often appear during the first growing season. By the second or third year, those shoots usually develop into an impressive privacy barrier. Another remarkable quality is the flexibility of young branches. Fresh stems bend easily without snapping, allowing gardeners to weave them together into arches, fences, and creative living sculptures. As they mature, neighboring branches gradually fuse together, forming an increasingly strong and stable structure. Regular pruning actually improves the hedge. Rather than slowing growth, trimming encourages the production of vigorous new shoots, making the screen even denser over time. With occasional maintenance, a willow fence can remain healthy, attractive, and productive for many decades. Compared with bamboo, willow is generally much easier to control. Although its roots grow vigorously, they are usually far more predictable than aggressively spreading bamboo rhizomes when properly managed. Beyond its practical value, willow also enriches the garden ecosystem. Its branches provide nesting sites for birds, its foliage supports numerous beneficial insects, and the graceful movement of its leaves creates a peaceful atmosphere whenever the wind begins to blow. As the years pass, a willow hedge becomes much more than a simple property boundary. It evolves into a beautiful living feature that combines privacy, wildlife habitat, shade, and natural beauty in a way few other plants can match. 4. Leyland cypress. When it comes to creating a tall, evergreen privacy screen in the shortest amount of time, few trees can compete with Leyland cypress. Renowned for its rapid growth, this evergreen has become one of the most popular choices for homeowners who want a living fence that develops quickly while remaining attractive throughout the year. Given favorable growing conditions, Leyland cypress can produce between 3 and 5 feet of new growth annually. A line of young saplings can transform into a substantial green barrier within only a few years, providing privacy much sooner than many other evergreen trees. One of its greatest strengths is its dense year-round foliage. Its soft, feathery branches are covered with rich green needles that stay vibrant in every season. Unlike deciduous hedges that become bare during autumn and winter, Leyland cypress continues providing full coverage regardless of the time of year. As neighboring trees mature, their branches gradually grow together, eventually creating one continuous wall of evergreen foliage that effectively blocks unwanted views. Its thick canopy offers additional practical advantages. Besides increasing privacy, it serves as an excellent natural windbreak. In exposed locations, mature Leyland cypress hedges can significantly reduce strong winds while creating a calmer and more comfortable outdoor space. The dense evergreen branches also absorb a considerable amount of sound, making them especially useful near roads, busy neighborhoods, or other noisy environments. Many property owners choose Leyland cypress instead of installing conventional fences. If allowed to grow naturally, mature specimens may eventually reach heights of 40 to 60 feet, forming an impressive living wall. Fortunately, the tree responds well to pruning, allowing gardeners to maintain virtually any desired height or shape. Proper spacing during planting is essential for long-term success. Although placing trees too close together may provide quicker initial screening, overcrowding eventually limits airflow and increases the likelihood of disease. Allowing sufficient space encourages stronger root development, healthier foliage, and better overall performance. As the trees continue growing, the gaps naturally disappear as the branches expand and interlock. Beyond its practical value, Leyland cypress also contributes structure and elegance to the landscape. Its deep green foliage provides a beautiful backdrop for flowering perennials, ornamental shrubs, and vegetable gardens, adding balance and year-round visual appeal. As the hedge matures, it creates a lasting sense of permanence and organization throughout the property. For gardeners searching for a fast-growing evergreen screen that combines beauty, reliability, and outstanding privacy, Leyland cypress remains one of the finest choices available. 5. Arbor Vitae. Arbor Vitae has earned its reputation as one of the most dependable privacy trees in modern landscaping, offering an ideal combination of attractive foliage, moderate to fast growth, and easy maintenance. Once established, most Arbor Vitae cultivars produce approximately 2 to 3 feet of new growth each year. Although they grow slightly slower than Leyland cypress, they still develop into highly effective living screens within a relatively short period. One reason Arbor Vitae performs so well as a natural fence is its narrow, upright growth habit. Instead of spreading widely, the trees grow vertically in elegant column-like forms that provide maximum height while occupying very little horizontal space. This makes them particularly valuable for smaller yards, narrow side gardens, and property boundaries where planting space is limited. When arranged in rows, individual trees gradually blend together into a seamless evergreen wall. Their branches remain densely clothed in foliage from the base all the way to the top, producing a thick screen with very few visible openings. As true evergreens, Arbor Vitae retain their foliage throughout every season. Even during winter, they continue providing privacy while protecting gardens from wind and maintaining year-round visual appeal. Snow resting gently on their branches often creates one of the most beautiful winter displays in the landscape. Another feature that makes Arbor Vitae so popular is its naturally tidy appearance. The trees usually maintain their symmetrical form with very little pruning, making them ideal for formal gardens where clean lines and balanced design are important. Even without frequent trimming, a mature route typically appears neat and carefully maintained. Their dense branches also provide valuable shelter for wildlife. Birds frequently seek protection among the evergreen foliage during harsh weather, and many species choose these trees as safe nesting sites. Maintenance is refreshingly simple. After becoming established, Arbor Vitae usually require only occasional watering during prolonged dry spells and light trimming if additional shaping is desired. Because of their naturally compact form, they generally demand far less pruning than many wider-growing hedge species. Over time, Arbor Vitae develops into an elegant, dependable living barrier. Its soft, evergreen texture, graceful appearance, and predictable growth have made it one of the most trusted privacy trees for residential landscapes. For homeowners looking for an attractive, low-maintenance green screen that provides year-round privacy, Arbor Vitae continues to be one of the best available choices. 6. Photinia. Photinia stands out among fast-growing hedge plants because it offers much more than privacy alone. While many hedges remain the same shade of green throughout the year, Photinia constantly changes with the seasons, bringing vibrant color and visual interest to the landscape. Its most distinctive characteristic is its colorful new foliage. Fresh leaves emerge in brilliant shades of crimson, scarlet, or copper before gradually maturing into deep, glossy green. This continuous contrast between young and mature foliage creates a striking hedge that remains visually dynamic throughout the growing season. Photinia is also an impressively vigorous grower. In suitable conditions, it commonly produces more than 2 feet of new growth each year. As neighboring shrubs expand, their branches naturally weave together, forming a dense screen that provides excellent privacy. Gardeners especially appreciate how well Photinia responds to pruning. Each time the hedge is trimmed, it produces another flush of colorful young leaves. As a result, pruning serves 2 purposes. It maintains the desired shape while simultaneously encouraging even more brilliant red growth. Year after year, this natural cycle creates a living fence that is both highly practical and exceptionally ornamental. Photinia also adapts beautifully to different landscaping styles. It can be clipped into crisp, formal hedges with sharp edges, or allowed to develop a softer, more relaxed appearance. Regardless of the design, the plant responds enthusiastically and continues producing dense foliage. For the richest red coloration, Photinia performs best in sunny locations. Several hours of direct sunlight each day help maximize the intensity of its colorful new leaves. Although it prefers well-drained soil, it adapts readily to a wide range of growing conditions once fully established. Spring introduces yet another attractive feature. Clusters of delicate white blossoms appear above the foliage, attracting bees, butterflies, and numerous beneficial pollinators. These seasonal flowers add another layer of beauty to an already eye-catching hedge. As a living fence, Photinia offers an outstanding combination of rapid growth, dependable privacy, and ever-changing seasonal color. Rather than creating a simple green barrier, it produces a vibrant landscape feature that becomes more colorful and attractive every year. 7. Hornbeam. Hornbeam has played an important role in European landscape design for hundreds of years. Celebrated for its elegant appearance and exceptionally dense branching, it remains one of the finest choices for creating a durable and sophisticated living fence. Although hornbeam establishes itself gradually during its first year or two, its growth accelerates steadily over time, eventually producing a remarkably thick and dependable hedge. Throughout spring and summer, the branches are covered with fresh green leaves that give the landscape a lush, welcoming appearance. As autumn approaches, the foliage gradually transforms into warm shades of golden yellow, bronze, and copper, adding spectacular seasonal color to the garden. One of hornbeam's most fascinating characteristics becomes noticeable after the growing season ends. Unlike many deciduous trees that quickly lose every leaf, hornbeam often retains much of its dry brown foliage throughout winter. These papery leaves continue clinging to the branches, allowing the hedge to preserve much of its screening ability even during the coldest months. Hornbeam also tolerates frequent pruning exceptionally well. It can be shaped into formal hedges, geometric designs, and precisely clipped garden features with remarkable ease. Its excellent response to trimming has made it a favorite in classical European gardens, where symmetry and clean architectural lines are highly valued. As the hedge matures, the branches become tightly woven together. This creates a solid living barrier that effectively blocks views, reduces wind exposure, and establishes a clear, attractive property boundary. Its value extends beyond appearance alone. Hornbeam hedges provide excellent habitat for birds and beneficial insects, offering nesting sites, shelter, and protection throughout every season. Once fully established, hornbeam becomes an incredibly long-lived and durable plant. Many historic estates continue maintaining hornbeam hedges that have survived for generations, demonstrating the remarkable longevity of this beautiful tree. For gardeners seeking a timeless privacy hedge that combines elegance, durability, and dependable performance, hornbeam remains one of the finest options available. 8. Pyracantha. Pyracantha, commonly known as firethorn, is one of the most multifunctional plants available for creating a living fence. It offers far more than simple privacy by combining security, ornamental beauty, wildlife value, and dependable screening within a single plant. Its most recognizable feature is its abundance of sharp thorns. Strong spines cover the branches, creating an effective natural barrier that discourages unwanted visitors. Because of this defensive characteristic, pyracantha is frequently planted along fences, walls, and property boundaries, where additional security is desired. Its dense branching and thorny structure make it extremely difficult for both animals and people to pass through. Despite its protective nature, firethorn is also exceptionally beautiful. During spring, masses of small white flowers blanket the branches, producing a spectacular floral display. These blossoms attract bees, butterflies, and numerous beneficial insects, bringing constant activity to the garden. As the flowering season ends, one of pyracantha's most impressive displays begins. Large clusters of brilliant berries develop in vivid shades of orange, scarlet, and deep crimson. These colorful fruits remain attached to the branches throughout autumn and often persist well into winter, providing months of outstanding seasonal interest. Wildlife benefits tremendously from this abundant berry crop. Many bird species depend on the fruits as an important food source during colder months when natural food becomes scarce. At the same time, the thorn-covered branches provide safe nesting sites and reliable protection from predators. Pyracantha is also a vigorous grower. It can be trained against fences, walls, trellises, and other supports to create dense living screens. With regular pruning, it responds beautifully to formal hedges, decorative shapes, and elegant espalier designs. As the plant matures, it becomes both an attractive focal point and a highly practical boundary. Very few plants combine privacy, natural security, ornamental beauty, and ecological value as successfully as pyracantha. For homeowners seeking a living fence that protects the property while supporting wildlife and adding year-round color, firethorn remains one of the most rewarding choices available.